We've talked about baseline as a rescue skill when things get complicated, but we can circumvent baseline as well if we know how to get from point A to our intended point B. We'll do a rappel rescue scenario to show that. In this context, I'm belaying my climber. I'm going to transition to a counterbalance rappel and then complete rappel transitions until I get to the ground. First thing I'll do is start with a stopper knot because we're performing rescue skills and we add security before taking security away. Now I can go hands-free and work my system. A couple things need to happen. I need to take weight off the climber and I need to set up my rappel. Let's set up the rappel first. In this transition, I'm going to rappel and then I'll transition to different anchors. So I want a rappel tether that has an arm to clip into lower anchors as well as my belay device. In this case, I'll do an offset basket hitch using a 120 centimeter sling. Now I need to transition weight from my climber onto the anchor. We can do this by setting up a load releasable system. I'll start with tying a friction hitch. Here I'll choose the climb heist. Make sure that's nice and neat. And then using the backside of my clove hitch, I'll tie a Munter mule overhand. Okay. From here, I'm going to ratchet the weight until my climber is no longer weighted in my belay device. I'm then going to carefully open up the carabiner that I'm belaying on and put myself on the rappel. Rotate the carabiner back to its proper orientation and then also place on a third hand backup. Great way to test the third hand backup is to pull tight on that friction hitch. Here we go. You can always add more security by tying another stopper knot below that that third hand backup. Now, I need to rappel off of a counterbalanced point. Currently in this system, I don't have a point to rappel off of. So I need to add another locking carabiner that I can clip the climber strand into. The climber strand is on the front side of this system, and then I'll be on the back side of this system. It's getting complicated, and now I can do one of two things. From here, I'm still connected with my tether. This is holding up the climber. This is important for me to consider if I am worried about ropes being damaged down here. In this case, I am not. Okay? So, in this instance, I'm going to set up my rappel, taking out the guide mode carabiner, and then cleaning up that system for clarity. Have another carabiner back. I'll take out that stopper knot. Pull up all of the slack in my system right here. Weight that system and then release the load on my climber. When I release the load, I'm still backed up with my tether. Now, I can go ahead and clip me into my climber's side of the system. Because I need to pull the system down as I go, I do need to be clipped to the climber's strand, and then on the other side, I need to be connected to it. If I was worried about rope failure and rope cut, I might add a locking carabiner into this system to add more security if I get to a damaged part of the rope that helps protect me as the person going down and rescuing my friend. Now, being careful, I have a lot of weight on this system. I'm going to re-evaluate my system again Then take out my tether. Keep this carabiner because I might want it. And then I do have a little twist that's not going to impact me. I could stay tied in, or I could untie, remove the twist, and retie back in, or close the system in some other way. I do think in rescue scenarios, it's nice to hold or maintain the end of the rope for using that as you need to tie in for our transition at the next anchor. So I tie it in, and it only took me about 30 seconds to do so. I'll continue to flake out my rope, take out my stopper knot, and now I'm on a counterbalanced rappel. I've circumnavigated baseline and I'm ready to go.